You know, we all absolutely adore our pets. But what if I told you there's a crucial part of their health that most of us, well, we just kind of overlook, and it's hiding right there in plain sight? I'm talking about their teeth. And believe me, it's so much more than just dog breath. What's happening in their mouth could have huge consequences for their entire body. So let's dive in.
All right, let's just start with a number that's pretty hard to ignore. Veterinary experts estimate that a whopping 85% of cats over the age of 3 have some form of dental disease. I mean, wow, that's not a small minority, that is the overwhelming majority.
And listen, it's not just cats. It's the same story for our dogs. So take a second and picture your own pet right now. We're not talking about some rare, obscure illness here. This is a silent epidemic that could be affecting them as we speak, and you might not even know it. We've all been there, right? That classic dog breath or cat breath. We might even joke about it. But that smell, it's more than just a little unpleasant. Think of it as a warning flare. It's the very first clue that an invisible army of bacteria is starting to cause some serious trouble in their mouth. So how does a little bit of bad breath spiral into a major health crisis? Well, it's basically a domino effect, and it all follows a very predictable and preventable path. So here's how it goes down. It starts with that bacteria, which forms a sticky, invisible film called plaque. If that plaque isn't brushed away, it mixes with minerals in their saliva and hardens into tartar. That's the gross brown stuff you can actually see. This tartar really irritates the gums, causing them to become red and inflamed, which is called gingivitis. From there, the infection can creep below the gum line, destroying the bone that holds the teeth in place. That's advanced periodontal disease. And here's the truly scary part. That bacteria can then break free and hitch a ride into the bloodstream. And once that bacteria is in the bloodstream, it's like a superhighway to the rest of the body. It can go anywhere. So we're not just talking about toothaches and gum disease anymore. This can lead to very serious infections in vital organs like the heart, the kidneys, and the liver. The main thing to remember is this: what starts in the mouth definitely does not stay in the mouth. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, but my dog eats like a champ, or my cat never misses a meal. It's a really common and totally understandable thought, but it can also be a really dangerous assumption. This quote from Dr. Michael Napier just nails it. Our pets are absolute masters at hiding pain. It's a deep-seated survival instinct. They will often continue to eat even when they're in a ton of discomfort because, well, the alternative is starving. So we simply can't rely on their appetite as a sign that everything's okay in their mouth. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and it's a serious one. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You have so much power to prevent this. The first and most important line of defense against dental disease starts right at home, with you. And, building a healthy routine is probably way easier than you think. Daily brushing is the gold standard. No question. It's the best thing you can do, just like it is for us. But hey, if your pet is just not on board with the whole toothbrush thing, don't sweat it. There are other fantastic options like dental wipes and special chews. Even their diet can play a big role in keeping those pearly whites clean. Now, there are a few really critical things to remember. First, and this is a big one, never, ever, ever use human toothpaste. Many of them contain an ingredient called xylitol, which is extremely toxic to dogs. You always have to use a toothpaste made specifically for pets. With cats, it's all about patience. Start slow, make it a positive thing with lots of praise, and if brushing just isn't in the cards, don't worry. Dental wipes and gels can be a great alternative. It's also worth knowing that cats and dogs can have their own unique dental issues. Cats, for example, are prone to this really painful condition where their own body starts to attack and dissolve their teeth from the inside out. It's crazy. And dogs, well, you know how they love to chew. They're much more likely to fracture a tooth on something hard, which basically throws the door wide open for a nasty infection. At-home care is absolutely crucial, but the reality is most pets will need a professional cleaning at some point in their lives. And I get it. The idea of putting your pet under anesthesia, it can be really nerve-wracking. So let's pull back the curtain and demystify what actually happens during a professional dental procedure. First off, this is so much more than just a cleaning. It's really a comprehensive oral health exam and treatment. It always starts with a pre-anesthetic exam and blood work to make sure your pet is healthy enough for the procedure. Once they're safely sedated, they get an IV catheter and an endotracheal tube to protect their airway. Then, while they're being monitored like a hawk, the veterinary team takes full-mouth x-rays, probes and charts every single tooth, and then carefully removes all that built-up tartar above and below the gum line.
And throughout that whole process, safety is priority number one. Every single step is designed with your pet's well-being in mind. That IV catheter helps maintain their blood pressure with fluids, and the tube ensures they're getting the perfect amount of oxygen and anesthetic gas. Even the little things, like putting lubricating ointment in their eyes and keeping them warm with heated blankets, are all part of a standard, safe procedure.
And your pet is never left unattended, not for a second. There's a dedicated veterinary technician whose sole job is to monitor their vital signs the entire time. They're tracking their heart rate, their blood pressure, their oxygen levels, you name it, making tiny adjustments as needed to keep your pet completely safe and stable from start to finish.
Now here's a super important step you might not know about. After all the tartar is scraped off, the teeth get polished. And this isn't just cosmetic, it's not to make them look shiny. The scaling process can leave behind microscopic scratches on the tooth surface. Polishing smooths those out, which makes it much harder for new plaque and tartar to stick in the future. It's a crucial preventative step.
So, when you look at the whole picture, it's clear that your pet's dental health is a team effort. It's a partnership, right? The care you provide at home day in and day out, combined with professional cleanings from your vet when they're needed, that's the 1-2 punch that ensures your pet has a long, healthy, and happy life.
At the end of the day, it really is that simple. Taking care of your pet's teeth is one of the absolute best things you can do for their overall health. You're preventing pain, you're protecting their vital organs from dangerous infections, and you are giving them a better quality of life. A healthy mouth truly means a healthy pet.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What's one small change you can make this week for your pet's dental health? It doesn't have to be a huge commitment. Maybe it's just buying that pet safe toothpaste or trying a dental wipe for the first time. Whatever it is, that one small step can make a world of difference. Thanks so much for joining me.